Public test server for the weekend of, what would it be, the 13th, Friday the 13th of November 2020. They launched the public test server for the Deimos Arcana. Now, what can actually be shown in this is very kind of limited. Of course, there is nothing on the screen that is covered by this, because there is one little line that says recording or live streaming any part of the public test server cluster that is not intended for use of this is not allowed. But it also says if you want to record or live stream the Deimos Arcana changes specifically, that is allowed. So let's go do that. Actually, looking at it, the content of the DLC will include 6 new infested weapons and infested kit guns on top. So one of the first weapons is the infested bow. It's a Cernos. This would be Cernos number 5. Catalyst. That, well, this one is a secondary. And again, they are adding a lot of different damage types to weapons. Finally, a new set of nunchucks. This would be 3 weapons, so halfway through in theory. And one that everybody knew was coming, a new set of fan blades. How you can tell another one of the weapons is a sniper is because, well, prime chamber goes on it. Because there is an infested sniper rifle with a little bit of viral damage. Very little to no crit, but a lot of status. This is basically going to be a status based sniper rifle. Took its time, didn't it? They showed this a while ago, and for the record, for those who this is not in any kind of order, so finding things in here is a nightmare, guessing it's finally the infested version of that. But what I wanted to do is this, because okay, it has a radial attack, the Shadow doesn't. It has burst fire, Shadow doesn't, it's kind of full auto. Projectiles have, oh wow, if the Shadow was good with 71, what is 287 going to be like? As you could expect, Rudzood has the kit guns. There's 2, this being the beam one and, well, 2 chambers. There are 2 different handle types. There is the infected primary handle, which I have equipped, and the primary secondary handle. So, completely different looking. More importantly, there is not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different loaders. Wow, I did not think that we're going to have that many different loaders, to be honest. And I'm really looking forward to trying this particular one out more than anything else, simply because it is a beam based weapon. I'm gonna go for that one, but even better being, I kind of want to have this as a secondary. It does have a higher fire rate as a secondary than it does as a primary. 2 different launch chambers. There is the beam, because it says beam, and there is, it says egg, and all I could assume is that this thing is the grenade launcher. This one, we'll go and find out, simply because it doesn't really kind of say. As expected, it's basically a grenade style launcher. That, okay, it doesn't have a secondary, which is even better. It does have massive fall off though. The other one, as I already mentioned, is a beam weapon. And this thing actually has quite a quick fire rate, but very small magazine, ammo capacity. Big magazine for what it does, but only holds a very small amount of ammo. So that could do a lot of damage, whereas this, oh, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this properly. I have no mods on this whatsoever. It holds more ammo than the Shadow, actually. Now I think about it, the Shadow was only 7 rounds, wasn't it? But here's the thing, none of the infested kitgun parts are in here. One of the things I was avoiding trying to show because it wasn't in there, it is actually in there. I have no idea what that is. Well, you may remember a while ago, they updated the orbiter. The back here completely changed. It didn't really change, they just gave it a glass roof and allowed you to add this wear component to it, but you couldn't do that in here. You may notice something as we go up the stairs. Yeah, they are changing upstairs now as well. Huh, there's nothing underneath it at all. What about this one? Nope. Oh, this is showing my I had these hidden inside of the back of the desk, the terminal, and well, it doesn't go back as far anymore. The circuits used to be where the back of this was. Yep, they have changed the whole interior of the upstairs of the ship. The window is still the same. It's actually not, it's moved slightly. Otherwise Excalibur would be where Excalibur's supposed to be. More importantly, all of these terminals have changed, so if you have noggles on them, they will just end up being in completely the wrong place now. Because all of these noggles were standing on top of certain things that aren't there anymore, but it's these terminals. You can see underneath them completely. There's nothing under there. They've hollowed out the underneath of the terminals. You can't go under there, obviously, but it means if you have things placed on top of things, they will become floating items. Because obviously there's nothing there anymore. It gives you more space to decorate. It does look much cleaner in here, but yeah, it stands out a lot that they did this. Gora's Khalida skin looks really good though, with the massive bits coming off the back, the helmet. Oh, just all of the glass bits in general. This thing looks really good. The collection will bring a bandana that you can see it in the background, and it's gone. I wish we could control the spin on this, like the weapons. It's not attached. The bits at the bottom, they're just physically not attached to it, which makes it look even better. And there is a longsword skin that comes with this, and the longsword skin, I really like that because you can see through it. See Gora through it? Barely. Now you can't because of reflections and other things. It's see-through. You can see through this sword. And that skin, well, okay, it's kind of... This is why they have test weekends and everything else. Wrong helmet. Let's go back to this one. That's what it's supposed to have, I think. But that... Oh, I like that. That looks really good. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Oh. Spoiler. The changes to Steel Path, it says, are accessible by coming into here and changing this to Steel Path. You can now see you get 100% more drop chance bonus, 100% resource drop bonus. What I'm looking for is the weekly missions, because they're supposed to be there. They are. The Acolytes, it doesn't actually confirm this, but the Acolytes, they were mentioning it in the last dev stream, which is the only reason I'm mentioning this, that the Acolytes would come after you on the Steel Path. The whole Steel Path rework includes a daily alert. These, well, not these, just the Steel Path ones, to get Steel Essence. You will drop 3 of those. The only enemies that will now drop Steel Essence are supposed to be the Acolytes that will come randomly during missions. I would guess that the new bounties are different acts inside of them. Different things to do. Kind of the same with the vault. I do wish that you could actually see the top of this, because no matter where you click on it, it's always just off the screen. Just off the screen. But there are new things to do in the vaults and in the normal bounties, because let's not forget there's also a new arc gun. It basically looks like the cortege or whatever it is without its skin on. Ooh, wow. Okay. Okay. This thing could be really good. More importantly is that the new Void Rig. That's the necromech, which is a Void Rig. This would be a different Void Rig. That is just literally power suit. Still based around the same stuff if you actually look at it. Still has the same pod inside of it. Same kind of glowing arms. But this one I did hate to actually see. Runs faster, it's still going to be too slow. It's a melee based Void Rig and I was really hoping it was going to move much quicker. But 1.1 sprint speed, so obviously it is faster than the necromech. No shields, no health, no energy, no armor. This thing's only rank 13, so it's not maxed. I'm really hoping that comes down to the fact that there's no mods in this thing. That literally, I was looking at the ground and it just appeared behind me. Okay, let's see how fast you are. Okay, that's actually much better. And the rounded parts of... That was weird. The rounded parts of it actually make it cleaner on the screen. But would have to unlock a lot to get to its abilities. It is melee based, obviously. Why? There it goes. No mods, just going to say that again. There are no mods in this thing whatsoever. And I left it on the steel path, running away. So let's try this all over again, shall we? And it's weird how the test server works for that. But when I'm playing this in the normal version, that doesn't work. I'm not going into what that is, but it's kind of annoying. But, oh, okay. I forgot about the long jump. Grenades away! Unmodded grenades. Not a great deal of damage, as expected. Not a single bit of damage to this, because there's no mods in it. Just want to see how they work. More importantly, get back here. What the... Okay, you are seriously overkill. Where'd that other one go? I also keep hearing some weird noises. Oh, that's why. Best way I could come across this, to be honest. There is new conservation creatures and fish. And I'm guessing they look something like this. What is... Of course, this is a fluke version of it, because I was out there and couldn't find it. And this thing. Though, that looks similar to something that was already there. Whereas that just looks wrong. Oh, and there's new fish. Didn't come across any new fish either, which was kind of weird. There is the new furniture on the orbiter. There is 8 new weapons. New Void Rig, obviously. The Bone Widow and the Thanotech grenade launcher. But I put this to you as I end this. Is this a new Void Rig or is this a new necromech? Because the category is coming up as necromech. So this is a necromech. Meaning that, is that a Void Rig necromech? Making that the Bone Widow necromech? Or is the category Void Rig? And that would be the new Void Rig Bone Widow. Because I could have sworn people have been calling that the new Void Rig, not the new necromech. So, are these Void Rigs or are these necromechs? Kind of needs to have a distinction if there's going to be a second one that doesn't share the same name. And with that, I think we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.